It's going to be a big one, an important one for the Chiefs as we do get underway with our very first map of Cologne for Oceania.
Very excited, Jordan. CT side here for Renegades to start off with on their opponent's map pick. And let's see what Chiefs have got for us. Already you're seeing 4 armors across the board, just the 1 set of utility. So pretty simplistic strat, just a rush straight into upper on the hat.
Yeah, they're going to try and overwhelm Renegades that way. Might not be too easy. Dexter up on top of Hut is doing a bit of an aim crack at the moment. Knife kill. No, that's so BM, Dexter. You can't do that in round 1 of Cologne. But he's gone for it. He's been punished for it at least. He didn't get away with it. But I think that really sets the tempo. That sets the expectation for this series right from the outset.
It does. Yep. That's the kind of mentality. Renegades just no respect. Chiefs now have to decide what they're going to be doing in this second round here. Whether they'll just take the single save and go for those AKs and armor in the next round. And we're already off to a great start here. Couple of, little clicks in the chat. Nice pause. Yeah. All that death segment, 20-minute death segment.
Yep.
Hype music. 1 round, pause.
Oh, it was a good round. I liked that round. It was fun.
Okay.
Dexter 2 kills, 200 ADR. Looked for the knife. I mean, it had everything, really. Yeah. Malta just sitting on ramp going, guys, can I have some fun? Nope.
Stay in the corner.
Having a look at the odds, I don't think those should be too much of a surprise either. 1.07 for Renegades. And look, I tell you what, if you put a bet on Chiefs and they win today, then sling me a couple of bucks because you're probably going to have some to play with. But I'm not liking your chances in this instance.
Wouldn't be the most advisable bet.
This is not betting advice, though.
Never. I've never placed a bet.
Haven't you?
No, not on sports, not on esports. Doesn't really have any appeal to me, to be honest. I don't really get the appeal of it.
That's quite strange because I would have thought, you being someone that likes to analyze and break down games would probably be into that sort of thing,
Yeah, but I don't, I don't do it for that reason. I just do it because I enjoy it. Because it gets my brain going.
All right, well,
Gets the cogs turning.
Round 2 is going to get your brain going.
No, it's not.
Why not?
Because they're just taking a save. You got 3 MP9s. Renegade's just going to make a whole lot of cash.
God, if only they were MP7s.
Nah.
That's what I reckon.
No thanks. I'm good. Thanks, but no thanks.
Thanks, but no thanks. Okay, well, this time it'll be Ins on top of Hut, Dexter into Annex. Good solid setup on the A bomb site. Malta's over here toward ramp. That's why he didn't get to do anything last round. But here's where he might be able to farm up a fair bit of damage. He spotted the feet of a couple, drops the smoke, but Chiefs are going to go forward anyway. The flash comes through. Malta decides to duck away. Good stuff here from Malta so far, and that's really nice. Look, I swear, you'll take it, right? You'll take... I didn't do any damage in round 1 on the pistol, but that seems to make up for it.
That's
250 ADR.
That's a lot of money, Jordan. That is so much money. Sicko's just walked over next to Malta. He's like, hey, man.
I don't think that's a good sign, though, for Chiefs. Yeah, it's on an eco. Yeah, it's on a pistol.
I don't think they could have really done anything about that, to be honest.
You just don't want to let those kinds of confidence frags go over to any of the Renegades players. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, well. First gun round. Door gets blown open for Chiefs. They're set up very much in lobby, just taking their time. Looks like Renegades posturing aggressively. They do have the MP9s to play with, so they want to try to take some of those more close quarters duels.
Yep.
Ins in particular. You've got Dexter, who's a little bit more aggressive on ramp as well. A couple of forward positions here for Renegades.
Yeah, it's interesting that it's, again, the 2-man setup in ramp from Renegades. They do like to do this on their sort of eco buys.
I want to see if the wall of smokes comes out here for Chiefs and whether Renegades instantly just goes for that push. It's actually going to be a smoke to windows, I think, from Apoc Darden. They're just going to go and take outside like that. There you go. Flash over the top, smoke on windows, and Chiefs just going to try to take a duel towards warehouse. They're going to smoke off Annex. And the lobby push does come in from Renegades. You've got Soju in the back of lobby there, who's doing a good job just holding on to control. Tag comes out from Sicko, who's getting chased down by Noisia.
Captain of the awesome scout squad, popping off right now. Noisia doesn't manage to get too much done. Soju, though, is going to find his second for the round. In the meanwhile, though, Sicko has gotten himself all the way back into hell. That was a push from Ins, and I think he's that Dexter. That was Malta, actually, that's in lobby right now. Hats has a double with a FAMAS, and already Sicko's rotated up to hell, up from hell even. Oh, what is going on? It's just a mess. It's all over the map, Pilski, and that is not what Chiefs were expecting. They weren't expecting Sicko in heaven. They weren't expecting Malta from lobby. Hats with the double kill really was the difference maker, but just swept aside so easily in the end by Renegades. Yeah, it goes down to 2 kills, but they were never going to lose that round.
Yeah, I mean, Renegades did everything that you wanted them to do with a low buy like that. They were a little bit more aggressive, and in general, just pushing forward, catching the Chiefs off guard and playing a little bit more disruptive, and they got a lot of value out of that MP9 buy. Basically won their bonus round. Now Chiefs going to take a single save. Throwing a lot of utility towards Annex, outdoor.
Yeah, well, this is where Dexter really farmed from and almost does it again. Zeph copping a couple of shots through the smoke. This is not the start that Chiefs would have wanted. Maybe Malta's under pressure now, and with the AK, can't repeat the success he had with the MP9. Dexter gets one, but it's also traded down with the P250 of Zeph. This is really the first round that Chiefs seem to be having any reasonable success, but Inns could put a quick stop to that, and he does. Bomb plant won't go down now. 1 on 3 for Zeph, and it's not even going to be that dangerous of a round, really, for the economy of Renegades. Inns is looking sharp today. 4-0. All of Renegades is looking sharp, and Chiefs have gone for a swim.
Yep. Try to cool off a little bit after the blistering pace of these first couple of rounds. Going to take a proper buy now, at least Chiefs. Built up quite a bit of loss bonus. I think they've done a little bit of damage to Renegades' economy, but for the most part, healthy enough to sustain at least 1 loss. Now it's up to Chiefs to try to get themselves rolling. Really haven't got very many kills at the moment. It's a worrying prospect. Need to actually start connecting some of these shots to get a little bit more confidence going. Bogdad misses that first opportunity. Trying to pick one of the players crossing on outside. Chiefs very much with a big focus on outside. Nuke very lucky to get away with that one. That's 2 opportunities that have gone amiss with the AWP so far in this round.
Nice cheeky nade, though, from Sicko, so he doesn't go out of it completely empty-handed. No push this time from Renegades. Malta just happy to lock down ramp. Hats is chilling on top of hut. No one's walking their way into lobby. No one's pushing on outer just yet. And Chiefs consequently also have slowed things down a little bit.
It's interesting to see how they're playing so far, because it either shows A, that they're disorganized, or B, that they're really expecting aggression. And I'm not sure which one it is.
I don't think it's unreasonable to be expecting aggression at the moment. There's a pop flash, which actually does catch Dexter in the face.
44 seconds. Chiefs need to do something, man.
Yeah.
They're still just sitting here, and they're going to smoke off Secret and Warehouse and try to split Annex, I guess.
Well, Dexter's ready for it. He's going to hold down the spray and catches Zeph quite a bit of damage before the trade comes through. Inns has a double, and Sicko's also there to help things out. Now it's just Inns on the bomb side, but he'll be getting the backup fairly shortly from Malta, who creeps in through a ramp. And it's going to be required. Soju has to retrieve the bomb. Malta's aware of his position, and that's too easy in the end for Malta. But it is a costly round for Renegades, the closest that Chiefs have gotten. But again, Pilski, I will say, it didn't feel close. Like, it was close. 1 player left alive, but it was always Renegades' round to lose.
Yeah, and I haven't really got the feeling that Chiefs is going to get anything that special on this T side so far. Very much just is them sitting around waiting for aggression and then just kind of wolf packing it into a certain part of the map and hoping that they hit some shots and trade out. Yeah. Which is, you know, not what you would want to be seeing, even with the stand-in playing. I wish there was a little bit more nuance to their play. But I guess we'll have to be kept waiting a little bit longer. Very quick split into Annex this time from Chiefs. Going well for them as they're just getting mopped up by Hats and Inns.
Yeah, well, I guess that's what's liable to happen sometimes when you walk into the A bomb side of Renegades. Nice to see Hats also sort of getting involved in the mix. And here comes Malta hunting for some frags. He's going to probably double peat this one. Gets the flash through for Inns, in fact. And that'll be that. Renegades 6-0.
Yeah, very quick start to the game. And unfortunately, I think the assumption of what was going to happen this game is starting to come to fruition a little bit. Chiefs really struggling to even get kills on the board, let alone put rounds together. They're able to get some trades back and forth, but they're not really creating very many opportunities, and they're not working the map at all. They're just kind of wolf packing it, trying to trade out, trying to play together in a tightly knit group. But it's not a confident kind of, you know, looking Chiefs. It's just basically, oh, look, let's try to get in there together, try to get the trades and do the best we can. And, you know, it's not working for them.
No. I do just wonder, at what point does Renegades get a little bit bored, you know? When do they start to try and push a little bit, get a bit overconfident? You know, when does Malta start walking into radio? When does In start walking into Hut or out Tweaky? That might be where Chiefs, you know, get a bit more success. But I think as long as Renegades are really just taking this seriously and giving Chiefs the respect that they deserve, Renegades probably get over the line with really not too many problems.
Really a whole lot to say about this round. It's 5 alive for Renegades. That's a great build-up to the economy. And they are absolutely destroying on this CT side of Nuke. We're just waiting for that round for Chiefs where I say, that was a good T-side round of Nuke, but I haven't seen it yet.
7-0. 7 rounds in, it's their own map pick. Chiefs on T side definitely not showing up at the moment. But given the circumstances, I don't think it's fair to really be too harsh on them.
Well, they tried to throw wall of smokes this time, but a Molotov means that it doesn't land correctly. But nicely done from Noisier to just throw the Molly smoke combo, which allows him and Zeph to get across the secret. And it looks like the rest of Chiefs going to try and get in towards a ramp here. Different look to see Sicko on the line, and he does connect the leg. So now you start to see Chiefs. They've taken some control of ramp. They've got 2 players in secret, and they're setting up for this unders split.
This feels like the first time that Chiefs have actually been able to take map control. Noisier does drop pretty quickly afterward, though, so it's a bit of good news, it's a bit of bad news for Renegades at this point. And Inns continues to put in the good work. Sicko, quick flick. It's the end of Soju, but off new trades. Still not looking too crash hot for Chiefs, but at least they've made it into the bomb site. Maybe Apoc Dart and off Nuke can pull off something pretty special. Bomb plant still yet to go down, though.
They've got no decon control. And you see 3 players in windows for Chiefs. For Renegades, rather. So I don't think there's going to be any chances here for Chiefs.
So you might be right. Hats gets the trade for Dexter.
You
It's
can't
8-0.
You can't put the bomb down on lower when you don't have any control of decon or windows. Like, I feel like you just have to make a push somewhere. Like, there's no way you're going to be planting there when you're surrounded. It's what I say all the time when teams just rush ramp to Megaton and then try to plant. It's like, dude, you don't have any control of vent or decon or windows. You're just going to get crossfired from decon and windows unless you just burn some of your utility. But even then, like, you're trying to complete a post plant only from Megaton. It's not going to work for you. And I think this was the biggest issue in this round was that I didn't even see that Inns just ran at Zeph, but you're not able to trade 2 for 1. Like, I feel like every Renegades is trading 1 for 2 at the moment.
Yep. Dexter looks like he wants to start doing a little bit of the sneaky beaky on outer. This is what I've been waiting for, you know. I want to see something from Renegades where they just start to force the issue a little bit.
Oh, Soju made it down the vent, actually. So that's a bit of a different look here for Chiefs. And they've gotten rid of Dex. This is the first round where I've said, okay, this is a good round for Chiefs. But they need to actually navigate their way through it and win it. So you've got Soju down in lower. There's been no rotation for Renegades. I don't think they're aware that he's there. So all Chiefs need to do is safely get as many of these players down to lower as they can. And they should be able to close this round.
Easier said than done. They have enough util to put up wall of smokes on outer if they do want to, or pressure ramp with a bunch of mollies.
I think ramp is a safe bet, but we'll see what they go for.
Malta is waiting for the moment. If it's going to be a contact play, that'd be pretty rough. Flash goes through, doesn't connect onto Malta, and he does well, getting the first.
He should just die here, though.
Running back down to ramp. He doesn't overcommit into the B bomb site, although, as you mentioned, Renegades weren't aware that Soju had gone down the vent. And now the onus is on Hats, who has gotten the timing right. And Zeph, Inns is down in B already. Doesn't pop flash himself through the smoke. Soju, you can't whiff that. Not against Inns. And now it's back to Renegade's favor for the round. They've all got kits. There's a couple of incendiaries, a couple of flashes. They've got time to work with here as well. First flash is going to be given over to Hat. Walking straight in. Off Nuke doesn't even see them on his screen. And Inns finishes APOC dud. A round that could have gone the way of Chiefs once again is picked up by Renegades and Pilski. Is it too early to start talking about 16-0?
Yeah, like that's a round that you should be closing every day of the week as Chiefs. You've got Soju down in lower before any of those players were even really spotted. I mean, before Soju was even spotted, he was able to get a freebie on that rotating ramp player. I didn't really like that they left Zeph up on top of Silo. Although it could have worked if they're able to actually put pressure on ramp a little bit more and actually trade out that frag with the 3 players, which they weren't, it might have worked better. It was a decent approach from the Chiefs. It was a nice looking round, but they didn't connect any of their shots. They're just not out-shooting Renegades man for man.
Well, Noisia gets an opener onto Sicko. Full out of control this time for Chiefs. They're starting to at least get some parts of the map early in the round, which gives them options. But Hats is well aware that Soju could have crept into Hut. He's also aware that Outer is dirty, and in that instance, so too Heaven can be. So we're into Hut here, or we're into Annex. It's going to be interesting because Inns is tucked in the corner. And Ofnu and Zeph are not expecting to double stack into Annex. Now APOC dud, a 1-on-2. And stuck on the ladder. He's got nothing really that he can do about that one. Malta throwing a bit of fire at APOC dud. They do go back and forth a little bit on Twitter. Anyway.
I wish there was a bit more back and forth in this game.
Indeed, indeed. Noisia's first frag, that one.
Okay.
Rave party mode. Love that one. Everyone's excited about it.
What was that? Oh, it's a half five from the Chiefs.
That was rave party frag mode.
Okay.
I don't know what more you want. Quicker play from Chiefs. They're going to try and make something happen, but it's not going to work. There's no way that works against Chiefs, against Renegades. Look, I think Chiefs are out of ideas now.
I don't think they came into this game with any ideas, Jordan. You know? Like, well, we were expecting, like, Nuke would be their map pick. But I've seen one T-side round where they did something that convinced me out of 11.
Yeah.
And they didn't even close that round. So it's like, I don't know what else to say to you, man. They're just getting outshot individually, and they don't really have a great looking T-side here. And look, I don't know how much Chiefs have been practicing recently, but having one player come in as a substitute is not an excuse to have like what doesn't really look like any kind of strategy on the T side of Nuke, you know?
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, from my understanding, they haven't actually been pracking with Noisia. You know, they're still pracking with Vexite. It's a weird sort of a situation.
But it's one player. It's one player, you know?
Yeah.
You should still be able to, you know, do some strats.
All right, well.
It's just blocks the molly down the vet. Don't know if that was intentional or not, but entertaining nonetheless.
Okay, you know, when we were speaking about this in the pre-show, we were saying, okay, pass score for Chiefs is maybe double digits here. If they get double digits on both maps, we'll be pretty happy. I think now the goal kind of changes for Chiefs from double digits to let's just not get 16-0'd.
Well, they've done outside wall of smokes here and pulled that rotation down from ramp room. So Dexter's down Megaton. In towards lower. But Chiefs hasn't gone across to lower, so which probably indicates that they want to go for a bit of an Annex split, or they're trying to get that AWP duel for APOC dud towards Sicko, who's made his way up to heaven now. But with 45 seconds and no like options really being given to Chiefs so far, I don't know what they're going to be doing here. They smoke off, they Molotov off secret. I think there's going to be a smoke toward windows, I think is what APOC dud was lining up. And I guess they're going to just split Annex into upper. But that's where Hats and Inns have been shutting them down pretty much every time.
Malta's also already started to rotate around to outer, so this goes on the bomb site. Malta will be already up in heaven by now. Not that it's really going to matter too much. He actually does get into heaven, only to die to APOC dud, but that was the only kill in the round. And I don't know really what to say about this Pilsky. It's just looking way too clean for Renegades. You know, like there's just nowhere that you can say that Chiefs are going to have made any inroad.
They did wall of smokes across outer, but they didn't put any pressure on lower. Not a single player committed down there. So Dexter's just rotated from ramp down into lower. And he's gone, well, I haven't seen a single soul. Haven't even heard a flashbang or a Molotov onto the stairs.
Inns is 19-3, man.
Haven't seen anything. So what's the point of rotating off upper when there literally hasn't been a peep? You know, Renegades just basically called their bluff. They're like, we're up 11-0. We're not going to rotate unless we actually see, you know, 2 or 3 players down here.
21 frags so far in this half from Chiefs. 19 from Inns.
Yeah. How do you warm up?
I do 500 rifle shots in the DM server and then 500 AWP shots.
That's pretty good. I think Inns just plays Chiefs.
Wow. I've been trying not to be very mean in this game, you know? But you've just decided to go over the board. Over the board. I'm not even, like...
I'm literally, like, actually big fan of this Chiefs roster. Like, I love Zeph. I love Apoc Dud. I think that they've made a lot of good moves. But this just ain't it, Chief.
No, it definitely ain't it, Chief. Excellent work from Malta. Slapping the boys around. Can they get around, Pilsy? Maybe this is the one. Malta's caught with a grenade in hand. Apoc Dud has decided, screw it. I have an AWP. I need to do something. I'm going to play fast. And he does catch Malta off guard, but Dexter's very quick down into the B site, so not necessarily too easy. Dexter whiffs a bit of a spray, but Inns will not. There's always one more, isn't there? So we're back to a 3-on-2. Smoke is down for Inns. If he creeps through this, it's actually cyberbullying. He's going to wait for Apoc Dud.
Here's a nose there.
He's heard him now.
Now he does.
Apoc Dud's making some scopy scopes. And so Inns will just wait inside of the smoke. This will probably be free round. He thought he killed Apoc Dud a little quicker than he did, and actually Offnu wins the 1-on-2. So maybe the most anticlimactic win, but at least Chiefs avoid the 16-0.
Big impact. Doubles his kills and gets 100% more rounds on the board for Chiefs.
I mean, technically it's not 100% though, right? Because you can't have 100% more than 0. Because that's still 0. So it's
never
claimed
to be good at math. Infinity times more.
But even then, that's infinity times 0, which is still 0.
I didn't realize that you were a math nerd.
I'm a math genius, actually. So Sicko spotted quite a few crossing down into Secret. He's also caught Offnu, and Dexter's ready and waiting. He's got the rotation coming in from his buddy Malta. They're having a little bit of a party down on the B bomb site.
What does Malta bring to the party? Like, does he bring a bag of chips or?
This is an interesting question. What does Malta bring to a party? I reckon Malta's a rum kind of guy.
A rum kind of guy? I reckon Dexter brings the $600 cologne.
Well, that's going to be 14-1, and we'll continue this conversation, Pilly, when we do come back from the break. I'm sure you guys don't want to miss it, so don't go too far. We'll be back with the second half.
Yeah, I see no signal, no signs. Can't be tripping, no lies, nah. You said you not set by. I'm not here to waste your time. I just can't give you back. You change the bed, that's easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ESL One Cologne. It is Oceania, and Renegades are currently dominating Chiefs, 14-1 is the scoreline on Nuke, which was also Chiefs' map pick. Pilski, what are the chances? Should the chat spam PogChamp if they think Chiefs can win?
They can if they want. 1 to 15 odds, according to GGBet. So I'm not going to say anything, but that's what GGBet thinks.
All right, but are you PogChamping in the chat right now? Look, after seeing this pistol round, maybe you are. Maybe you're not. We'll have to see. The trades come in. Sicko gets a kill through the smoke. Apok Dud is dead. Bomb plant's going to go down. It looked good for a moment to Chiefs, but this is very un-Pog, if I do say so myself. Soju's going to try and salvage something here. Cops a lot of damage, jumping on down. Sicko very low, trying to survive. And Inns, well, Inns is really just baiting him. And if Sicko's actually able to get a kill here, which he is, that makes life so much easier for Renegades. So for all of you idiots in the chat that spam PogChamp, I know there's some of you. I think you're going to be wrong.
Feels bad, man. And now Chiefs, they have to force to avoid getting 16-1 on their own map pick. Really just not much to say. Didn't show up individually, didn't show up in terms of the teamwork. And they're versing the best team in the region.
Yep.
And Dexter is 6-10 when they're up 15-1. Cool.
Cool. He doesn't need to do anything though. Hats is 17-6, Inns was something like 19-3.
Well, I saw Dexter rotating into ramp a couple of, down to lower a couple of times. So half this time he's been in lower, and then Chiefs run into the upper bomb site, and Inns and Malta kills everyone.
Yes, indeed. Well, he's going to be the entry fragger this round as well, with the MAC-10 in hand. Gets straight into ramp.
Couple players looking at lower at the moment for Chiefs. Soju's down there. You've got Zeph moving over towards Secret. Split up very individually. Don't think it's going to be doing them any favors. Smoke comes onto window, and Renegades, they know they're not in a rush. They're just chilling. Smoke off decom. Take their time. Little leisurely stroll.
Kev's just sitting right next to us, moulding right now because this is his break map. And it's over. It's already over, Philski.
Very short break.
Is that like a 5-minute break?
Oh. Soju gets taken out, so does Apoc. That'll be Renegades to win at 16-1 in the first game of ESL One Cologne. Not much to break down, but we'll do our best to do it.